50 vultures have been found dead in Fuquay-Varina. With no known cause of death, the federally protected bird is getting a lot of attention.
CBS 17's Lillian Donahue is live with us tonight. And Lillian, some folks are worried that it may be poisoning.
Yeah, I spoke with neighbors off camera here. They tell me that it's common to see vultures in this neighborhood, especially around the water tower behind me. But experts tell me that flock is now down by at least 50.
This is where we're finding dead vultures.
Steve Stone works to rescue and rehabilitate birds of prey with the American Wildlife Refuge.
While it's true they do eat dead stuff, they're not a predator.
Stone received a call about dead vultures in Fuquay-Varina this week. When he arrived, Stone said he found around 50 birds laying all around the neighborhood.
This has not been just one day.
Stone says the impact is immense to the local ecosystem.
20,000 pounds of rotted stuff every year that's not being eaten because these birds die.
The cause of death is still unknown, although this does come during a wave of avian flu threatening flocks statewide. But Stone says he's not ruling out human intervention, especially after rescuing vultures from this area in the past.
We got some birds that weren't dead yet, and we were able to treat them as if they were poisoned, and they survived.
The town of Fuquay-Varina says they use effigies or hanging taxidermied birds from the water towers to scare vultures off and protect utility lines. But Stone worries that the current efforts to keep the birds away aren't working.
It doesn't really have that effect with vultures because they're used to death.
A town spokesperson says the deterrents are effective and want to remind people that it's illegal to kill vultures, which are federally protected. And the Fuquay-Varina Police Department said that they are aware of these dead vultures. Stone said he reported it to the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. We've also reached out ourselves to both state and national wildlife authorities. Reporting live in Fuquay-Varina, I'm Lillian Donahue.
Interesting stuff, Lillian. Thank you very much.
On the Missouri River is littered with dead birds. It's a sight that has drawn the attention of residents in the area. But as MTN's Asher Line tells us, the explanation is rather simple.
This time of year, it's common for animals like deer and geese to venture out onto the Missouri River when it's still icy. Some of them have gotten stuck out there. Along sections of the Missouri River, you'll notice geese stuck in the ice. They've been there for some time, and officials say they have contracted the avian flu. I spoke with David Hagengruber of Fish, Wildlife and Parks, who said it's a possibility that during the severe weather we had not too long ago, flocks got closer together for warmth, making a virus easier to spread.
They died all through the summer as well, but they decompose, quickly when it's 90 degrees out. They don't decompose at all when they're frozen into the ice, so they're real visible for people, especially here along the trail, along the river.
It is a disease that primarily affects birds, but has been known to be transferred to other mammals, which is why they say do not let dogs near the birds as they could be contaminated with the flu and pass it on. The river ice is too thin and dangerous for geese to be collected. The avian flu has been known to be in Montana since last March.
And since then it's just been ongoing. It's been spreading through the state. I think the main impact that most people notice is the domestic, the poultry, chickens, turkeys, things like that.
There's nothing to do except let Mother Nature run her course and wait for the ice to melt.
Really anywhere where we have open water right now, the wild waterfowl are concentrated there, which is a perfect way to spread the disease. When they're concentrated and piled in on each other, the disease spreads quickly there.
Residents have been concerned about the geese being stuck in the ice and staying there.
I was so concerned, I called the police because I thought, did anybody shoot these geese? Nature can be bad, but It's definitely one of a kind situation that's just popped up here at Great Falls, and and anybody else I've talked to has not seen that.
For more info on the avian flu, you can visit our website. In Great Falls, Asher Line, MTN News.
According to Montana.gov, 56 million birds have been affected with avian flu across 47 states. 80,000 domestic birds have been infected in Montana alone. State veterinarian Martin Zalewski said the impacts of last year's disease outbreak are substantial. Biosecurity measures to protect flocks include preventing contact between wild or migratory birds and domestic poultry, as well as limiting visitor access to areas where birds are housed. For more information and a link to this story, you can find them on our website.
But Stone says he's not ruling out human intervention, especially after rescuing vultures from this area in the past.
We got some birds that weren't dead yet, and we were able to treat them as if they were poisoned, and they survived.
The town of Fuquay-Varina says they use effigies, or hanging taxidermied birds, from the water towers to scare vultures off and protect utility lines. But Stone worries that the current efforts to keep the birds away aren't working.
It doesn't really have that effect with vultures because they're used to death.
A town spokesperson says the deterrents are effective and want to remind people that it's illegal to kill vultures, which are federally protected. The town of Fuquay-Varina says they use effigies, or hanging taxidermied birds, from the water towers to